5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start. Climate change is one of the most pressing and complex challenges facing the world today. It is a phenomenon that is altering weather patterns, sea levels, ecosystems, and the way people live across the globe. While climate change has been occurring naturally over long periods of time, human activities have greatly accelerated the process in recent decades. The widespread burning of fossil fuels, deforestation, industrial emissions, and large-scale agriculture have all contributed to a rapid increase in greenhouse gas concentrations in the atmosphere. As a result, the planet is warming at an unprecedented rate, and this warming is having serious consequences for human society. One of the most visible effects of climate change is the rise in global temperatures. This rise is not uniform, but it is being felt in almost every part of the world. Summers are becoming hotter, heat waves are more frequent, and extreme weather events such as hurricanes, droughts, and floods are growing in intensity and number. These events are not just environmental phenomena, they have direct and often devastating impacts on human life. People are losing their homes and livelihoods to floods and storms, crops are failing due to droughts, and wildfires are destroying entire communities. The economic cost of these disasters is measured in billions of dollars every year, but the human cost is far greater and often irreversible. Rising sea levels present another major threat. As glaciers and ice sheets in places like Greenland and Antarctica melt due to warming temperatures, the volume of water in the oceans increases. At the same time, warmer ocean temperatures cause the water to expand further, raising sea levels. This rise threatens low-lying coastal areas and small island nations. Cities near the coast such as Jakarta, Dhaka, and Miami are already experiencing regular flooding and may face even greater risks in the future. If left unchecked, rising seas could displace millions of people in the coming decades, leading to mass migrations and social instability. Climate change also has profound effects on food security. Changes in temperature, rainfall patterns, and the frequency of extreme weather events are disrupting agricultural production around the world. Some areas are experiencing longer growing seasons, while others are becoming too hot or too dry to grow traditional crops. This has led to reduced yields and increased food prices, which in turn put pressure on the most vulnerable populations. In some regions, farmers are being forced to abandon their land and seek new livelihoods, often in cities that are already struggling with high population density and limited resources. Water availability is another area being heavily influenced by climate change. In many parts of the world, water resources are becoming scarcer due to reduced rainfall and melting snowpacks. Rivers that once flowed year-round are now running dry for part of the year or disappearing altogether. This has serious implications for agriculture, industry, and human consumption. Conflicts over water access are already emerging in some regions, and these tensions may become more common as resources dwindle and populations continue to grow. Public health is closely tied to environmental conditions, and climate change is beginning to affect human health in numerous ways. Heat-related illnesses and deaths are on the rise, particularly in urban areas where the heat island effect makes cities even hotter. Changes in temperature and precipitation are also expanding the range of many disease-carrying insects such as mosquitoes, which can spread illnesses like malaria, dengue, and Zika virus. Air pollution worsened by higher temperatures contributes to respiratory problems and heart disease. Mental health is also affected as people cope with the trauma and stress caused by natural disasters and the uncertainty of a changing environment. Social and economic inequalities are often magnified by the effects of climate change. Wealthier communities and nations typically have more resources to adapt and respond to climate impacts. They can build stronger infrastructure, relocate residents, provide medical care, and recover more quickly after disasters. In contrast, poorer communities are frequently left vulnerable with little ability to protect themselves or rebuild after loss. These disparities make climate change not only an environmental issue but also a moral and humanitarian one. Addressing it requires global cooperation and a shared sense of responsibility. There are steps that can be taken to slow the pace of climate change and mitigate its impacts. Transitioning to renewable energy sources, such as solar, wind, and hydroelectric power can reduce reliance on fossil fuels and lower greenhouse gas emissions. Improving energy efficiency in buildings, transportation, and manufacturing can also make a significant difference. Protecting forests and replanting trees can help absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere while also preserving biodiversity and supporting local communities. International agreements such as the Paris Climate Accord aim to bring countries together in pursuit of shared climate goals, but real progress depends on national action and political will. Adaptation is equally important. Since some level of climate change is now unavoidable, societies must prepare for its effects. This means investing in resilient infrastructure, improving emergency response systems, and developing agricultural practices that can withstand changing conditions. It also involves education and awareness so that individuals understand the risks and are empowered to take meaningful action in their own lives. Communities that plan ahead and work together will be better equipped to handle the challenges ahead. Ultimately, climate change is not a problem that can be solved by one country or one generation. Technology, innovation, policy, and behavioral change must all be part of the solution. The actions taken today will shape the world that future generations inherit. If humanity is to avoid the worst consequences of climate change, it must act boldly and urgently while there is still time. Addressing climate change also presents an opportunity to reshape economies and societies in a more sustainable direction. Green technology innovation can create jobs, clean energy can reduce pollution, and climate awareness can foster global solidarity. By embracing change and investing in long-term solutions, humanity can build a safer, more resilient future for all. Stop.